Thank you for tuning in to the Court of Public Opinion. You be the judge. The case today, we're going to be discussing the basket case of Deplorables. More after this. This is a prepared presentation of the basket case of Deplorables. If you want to make a few enemies or friends, and some depends on where you come from, call them a basket of deplorables. That's what we've learned today. From this neutral observation, we're going to present both sides of this case. The media has really taken it a step too far. With the Hillary Clinton health matter, it's being censored all through social media, blocked. And the more they try to block it, the more we try to post it. But obviously, I think it's more of a circus because of the media than it's anything. And let me take the argument where some people may disagree with Donald Trump. Right now, he's the nominee for the Republican Party. So there's a lot of people, obviously, he doesn't appeal to a certain type of person or certain demographic. With that said, they're probably not going to vote for him. That's understandable. They're not going to vote for Hillary either. So when I look at the media and how they're fueling Donald Trump to win, it's literally like that. So I can kind of see where maybe this is a win for Donald Trump. What I don't like seeing is that, we want somebody to represent America the right way. Obviously, we don't want to hear smear attacks, but that's the way it's gotten to the point that it's at now. I mean, I don't think if you were to handle it any other way, how else would you be? But Donald Trump is a media spectacle. So the media and Donald Trump are it's an interesting win, and when you think about it. So, but what I wanted to take that neutral position for a purpose and reason. I'm going to go somewhere with the media. The media is making the people in the Donald Trump supporters look like idiots. And the last speech where Hillary called them deplorables, a basket of deplorables, that's kind of a really, I mean, if you're going to get your votes and you're going to appeal to your demographic and you want to pit them together, which that's obviously sounds like a divided America, and a leader is what brings people together, doesn't call them deplorables. So obviously right off the bat, I'm thinking, if Hillary really was the best leader, why would she want to go and attack somebody else's supporters? If you're a leader, you're going to unify people. You want to bring them together. You want to create any more opposition. There's plenty of opposition. A real leader is going to look past that and has a vision, has focus. And what I think America needs is a vision to see America achieve something that's achievable. If we stay out of more of these conflicts and we just take a back seat and start focusing on the issues domestically and still have a role with foreign policy, but take a less approach to being the leader, because we're not leaders in America right now. We got to show a little bit more leadership before we start leading the world in other areas. And right now, where we're ranking in other segments of global economic prosperity, we don't need to be taking any position in leadership on a world stage. It's a simple truth. And look at the leadership that has represented us, and it's not representing America in the right way. It's obvious. Any leader that goes around and talks about their own country, to me, it's just a low blow every time you turn around. So that, to me, is what people want to see. They want to see a leader that can rise to the occasion and overlook all those things and still stay focused. And obviously with the media, the way they are, because they're just fueling a lot of it. And here's the thing. I think the media has done some things that anyone would respond the way they've been responding. And if you're a Trump supporter, obviously you would respond the way you've been responding, because the way they spin this, I'm only taking this neutral position because I think it's fair to do this. And the reason I think it's fair is because I would like to put myself in a position of observing and judging. That's kind of why I took a lower profile lately, because I don't want to get caught up in the spin. Really, I don't. I think if you can have someone that's objective, which is almost hard to do, because the political toxicity is at apex. It's just runneth over. Got it. And I want to clarify by saying that, because what an observer would ask the media regarding the supporters, Trump supporters, is maybe the media needs to get their eyes checked, because apparently this whole thing, suddenly the Washington Post, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I apologize. That was a slip of the tongue, Freudian slip. But the Washington Post finally comes and says that maybe the health issue with Hillary is an issue. Unless the media, which we know they don't have like an eyesight problem, or if they do, maybe they need glasses, but calling people conspiracy theorists when, Hillary's been coughing. And if I cough, people notice. If you cough, people notice, especially if you're hacking a lung, you know what I mean? And you're spitting things out in your glass. You don't do that in public. You kind of want to hide those things. So if you're on a stage, there's the reasons why people prepare their speeches. Like when you go to college, like you go and you present your thesis or maybe your speech. You're going to have a debate, and the last thing you want to do is be coughing up your lung. So apparently now the Trump supporters need somehow in this whole thing, the media needs a pair of glasses. Maybe it's not a political issue. Maybe it's an eyesight issue. Because any reasonable person would say if somebody's coughing, like, get them a cough drop or get them Robitussin or something. But that's not what's going on. People don't cough this way unless something's really going on. And, the worst thing that could possibly happen is literally pass out on the 9/11 anniversary. You want to make world headlines. There you go. Okay. So now the media decides they're going to take this more direct approach. Let's just be honest. This is not what that's about. This is not the media. This is the media against the Trump supporters. This is a backdoor to throw them under the bus. That's what it looks to me. And just making a neutral observation. I don't know about you guys, but unless you have an eye issue and you can't see, and this is not a political issue, it might be an eyesight issue. Signing off. Thank you for listening.